This is going to be a reading for my lovely Aries for the first half of January. Now, before we get into the reading, if you guys can like this video, subscribe to the channel. These are general meaning they may or may not resonate for you. If you are a cross watcher, you can switch the characters around anytime in the story if that's how it applies to your situation. Let's just get straight into the reading. Let's see what's going on first half of January. I almost said April, I guess because I'm doing Aries. First half of January. And we're going to start off with the Romance Angel Oracle cards. Then we're going to do a full spread using the Steampunk Tarot deck, okay? So let's see what's going on. So I mentioned it in the other video, so I guess I'm mentioning all the signs in case, you know, you guys only watch one video. I'm sticking with just now the bi-weeklies and the monthlies. I don't want to commit to weeklies yet because I see even when I do these videos, like with, you know, outside life, job, and, you know, family and stuff like that, I feel like I still don't have like all the time, but I'll do some like random spreads. Maybe I'm thinking with like maybe moon cycles or specific, you know, astrological events, or maybe just like come on and like one day be like, oh, let's do a love reading for the signs just for this time. So it gives me more freedom to kind of do other things, but I'm still just for a while probably doing the bi-weeklies and monthlies. So Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries first half of January? Last time I burnt out doing everything. What messages do you have for Aries? Spirit, what messages do you have for my lovely Aries? Messages for Aries. What messages do you have for Aries first half of January? Messages for Aries. We have release your ex. Get them off your mind. The time has come to clear your energy. It's just someone's been on your mind. Time to move on. Unrequited love, because love don't live here no more. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Yeah, something faded out. It's just not the same as it used to be. And it's never going to go back to how it was. And you're realizing that as time moves forward. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. You could have outgrew this person. And maybe you're feeling guilty and you're kind of like, giving them false hope, Aries. I can see it being that way. I can see Aries being the one that's like, maybe you're like, yeah, we can be friends. But you can clearly see this person's trying to win you back. Separation. The time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And if you separated for someone, this is the time when you're realizing, oh, I really am over it. I've really outgrown them. I feel like some of you guys, even your type of person you want to be with has changed. And sometimes, especially if you started dating, let's say you started dating someone at like 19 and now you're 26, 27, and you're like, this person isn't really, they're not really growing the way I thought they would grow, right? I don't feel like we're at the same place. So some of you guys, it's really just outgrowing someone. We also have calling in your soulmate. Ooh, you're calling in your true soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Ooh. Yeah, Aries, I feel like there's something ended. I was going to say ended, but it was kind of open-ended. It was like there's a possibility. It wasn't a yes or no. It was a not sure. And in that, it seems like you're realizing that your true soulmate is out there, and the person that you were with, that is not the true soulmate. And remember, it can be vice versa. So please take it as it resonates to your story. I have over 76,000 subscribers, so I get a lot of energies. And then, you know, non-subscribers that watch these videos. So just a heads up. So let's just get into the spread because this is really interesting. I'm really interested. It feels like kind of like a telenovela. Por qué? So let's see what messages we get for Aries. Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries? What messages do you have for Aries? Messages do you have for Aries? I don't know why in my head as I'm doing this, like, I don't know, when I said telenovela, I'm like, kind of, what's I want to say? I'm like translating in my head, right? I'm like mensajes. Mensaje. Messages do you have for Aries for the first half? For some reason, I might have a very heavy population that speaks Spanish right now watching. Because I'm like, why are messages coming in Spanish? We have the Tower as the first card, so something's falling apart, which we kind of got in the first half, right? Something's breaking down. Something is no longer a viable option is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what I'm getting. What I'm getting. Ace of Swords, because there's some clarity, there's some truth, there's some change. Someone is realizing that things aren't what they, thought originally. Or this is just, I'm clear on what I need and who I am now. Now. It's just you matured. You're in a different place. Ace of Wands, yeah. And there's a new passion. There's something new. There's a lot of newness with the aces. It's a new year. I get it. Yep, it is a new year. First half of January. Yeah, the Tower is kind of the past for you. Whatever that is that fell apart, it just doesn't concern you. Look at it. It's the first card, and now you're heading that. It's like you're going this way with the newness, and you're getting far away from that. I wouldn't be surprised if the Six of Swords came up. That's what I'm getting, the vibes of this reading. Getting away from that. Strength card, Leo card. It's what you knew. And when you know something, it takes a lot more strength to get away. When you get comfortable, you get familiar. Some of you guys, it's a relationship. Some of you guys, it's a home that you lived in. Maybe with your family, you're ready to move out. It's just changes. It's growth. So next we have Five of Wands. It's a lot of fighting and competition, arguing. That's it too. You want more peace. It's funny because Virgo was like very at peace, and then people are hating more like a specific person. But you're kind of like family squabbles or something. If you live under the roof like with your parents or siblings, some of you guys are getting away from that, and that could have been the Tower moment. So I'm getting a very familial energy with some of you guys. Hermit, Virgo. After I mentioned Virgo. If you have Virgo in your chart or dealing with a Virgo, check their reading. But Hermit mode is solitude. Hermit mode is like withdrawing your energy, going within on a spiritual quest for the answer you're looking for is inside of you for a lot of changes and a lot of growth that you need, Aries. So you're no longer looking for the answers from anyone else. Someone could give you advice on like, oh, you're like, what should I do with my life? You ever seen that sometimes? You ask people, oh, you can do this, you're good at this. And then you start trying all these different things and you're like, I'm not happy doing any of these things. This isn't my path. Like if you see your friend making a lot of money doing something, you're like, oh, maybe I should try that. You go try that and you fail, or you're just not in. You may not even fail. You're just like, this is not for me. And then you see another friend do something. You're like, oh, let me try that. You're seeing success for these people is because it's their calling. It's not necessarily your calling. So for you, you're like, okay, it's time to listen within. King of Cups energy is here. Scorpio energy. Also water energy, which is Cancer, Pisces. Fool card. Yes, that is you, Aries. The Fool card. Taking a leap of faith. I hear you're trying to have your own path. Oh, yes. Blazing your own path. Your path is different. Lovers, Gemini energy. And you are Aries' first sign of the zodiac. You guys are, about the self. It's easy for you to kind of say, screw, all that and just kind of focus on you and what you need to get done. Knight of Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Justice, Libra energy. Yeah, some of you guys are maybe some of you guys are realizing you want to go to law school. I don't know, that just came in. I heard some of you guys like arguing. You're like, oh, maybe law is for me, or let me try paralegal. But for some of you guys, it's just more the justice is kind of coming to terms with what is the best path for you. The Fool card, you're going to take more chances. Some of you guys were risk averse, which is weird because I'm not used to Aries being risk averse. Usually you guys are the ones that will jump in at any chance and try new things, but maybe you have more to lose. Maybe you're older. You're like, I have a place to, I got to pay my bills, right? I got kids. I got this. So it makes sense being a little more, Risks aren't for me. But you're realizing that's what you need right now. Lovers is a decision, a choice being made. I don't feel like this has any to do with love. Some of you guys have a King of Cups that is supportive of you, which is giving you the power to blaze your own path, as I said before. Like if you're married or you're in a relationship, let's say you live with someone, they're like, hey, until you figure it out, I got this, I got the bills covered. Like, I know you need this. I know you need this career growth or something. So let's say you go for a job and you're like, okay, I know I make this much now, but I need to kind of maybe start, like if you're going to a new role or like a new field, sometimes you got to start at the bottom. So like if you worked up your way in your field and you want to go to a whole new field, you're like, I may have to take a pay cut for like just a year until I can, use that experience or leverage that experience for a higher pay. Are we able to do it? And you have a King of Cups here. I feel like that is very supportive, and it's gonna be kind of your rock in there for you, and that feels good. So that is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, like this video if you can. It really helps trying to push these videos out there, especially since I had to, after coming back from taking time off, it's like, does YouTube even remember me in the algorithms? So that's why I'm trying to be as consistent as I can. So also subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great first half of January. Bye, guys.